We'll start with girl A, Amy.
So do I have to go and ask girl A?
Well, just from here, can you work that out? We're looking at the parallel bar side.
I think girl A looks... I have to say the bar isn't quite parallel. But girl A does seem quite a safe bet for me to walk up and ask.
How high do you think she is?
I think she may be about 5'2", 5'.
Oh, 5'2". Reveal you. Oh, look at that! Absolutely nails it, Ronnie. Well,
very good.
Wow. Let's have a look at hello number B, or the letter B, of course. This is Wendy. So, how tall do you think Wendy is?
I think Wendy is probably about 5'6" and a half, 5'7".
Oh, how tall are you, Wendy?
6
Oh,
foot. She's got long legs.
Well, she has got long legs, yes. That would give me a real fright, you see.
And moving on then to girl C, Melanie. How tall do you think, Melanie?
Well, 5'10" and a half.
Oh, in these shoes, maybe.
What, guy?
5'6".
5'6".
Mel, come on over.
Of course. It's Melanie C. Lovely to see you, as always. Sit yourself down, my dear. Sit yourself down.
And thanks as well to Amy and Wendy. Thanks, girls.
And thanks to everybody else who's holding up the parallel bar as well, even though it isn't straight. So, yes, Melanie, you are preparing to go back on the road with Jesus Christ Superstar
Yes,
Arena.
I am. It's really exciting because we toured the UK about a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was so popular and it went down so well that we're doing it all over again.
Well, let's have a look then at the cast in action. Here we are.
What are you going to do?
I don't know how to love him, what to do, how to move him. I've been changed, yes, really changed.
Christ, Jesus Christ, what have you sacrificed? Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ.
Wow. It obviously went incredibly well.
It's incredible. It's such a great production. It's huge because it's an arena tour, so it's on a much bigger scale than it's ever been done before.
Right, and it's the same cast as before.
Yeah, all the same principles. We've got a few new ones in the ensemble, but we toured Australia in June, so it'll be the second time we've toured together, and everyone's brilliant. Tim Minchin's back as Judas, Chris Moyles is back as King Herod, and our wonderful Ben Forster, who the public chose as their Jesus last year.
And you were saying you've all become quite good friends, especially you and Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of us, we really, didn't know what to expect. And I was a little bit scared of Tim Minchin because I think he's absolutely incredible, and I didn't think he'd have time for a Spice Girl, but he's such a lovely man that we've just really all hit it off.
I mean, it starts. When is it? Is it next Tuesday?
We start, 1st of October, up in Glasgow.
So are you rehearsing every hour that God sends?
Nah, we start on Sunday. But we've played a lot of shows.
course,
we had a really successful tour in Australia not so long ago. So we just need to kind of brush it up and get it back to where it needs to be.
Where are you
It's such a
playing in
wonderful show.
Glasgow, for example?
We're playing, actually, there's a brand new arena there.
Oh, my God.
Which I think has only opened recently. I think it's called the Hydro.
Oh,
so
right.
we're there, and a new arena in Leeds, which has just opened as well. And we're
Right.
at the O2 here in London. But we're all over the place. You can check the website for details.
Yeah.
And did he win his place through
Did.
a talent show?
That's right. We did
right.
Superstar last year, yeah,
Right,
and he's
right.
amazing. He's such a talented guy.
Oh, gosh.
And we were talking earlier, weren't we? You've nearly been doing musical theatre because, of course, you did Blood Brothers, Willie Russell's Blood Brothers, back in 2009. You've nearly been doing musical theatre as long as the Spice Girls.
Oh my goodness, I'd
Yeah.
never thought of it like
yeah.
that, because really, it was quite a short space of time we were together, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare the two, obviously now doing your arena stuff, it feels kind of quite like the audiences you'd be used to. But, obviously I guess the kind of structure of theatre is very restricting, isn't it, for you, as opposed to the freeness of a pop star?
In a way, I think the biggest difference for me is the responsibility, because if you're doing a piece that has, been written a certain way, and you have to do it that way, and if you make a mistake, there's a lot of people you're letting down. You have a whole ensemble, a whole cast, And I feel if I go out and do a solo gig or a Spice Girls show, if we go wrong, we can have a bit of a laugh with the audience.
Yeah.
We can't really do that with Mary Magdalene.
But do you ad-lib a little bit? Because, you know, if you're doing the show over and over again, or not
Absolutely
at all.
not. Andrew
Wow.
Lloyd Webber would not be happy.
He would crack the whip.
Come down here like a ton of bricks. But it's different every night just because the energy's different and every audience is different,
Yes,
aren't
right.
they? It's always different. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were saying you didn't know how it would go. I mean, that's the kind of weird thing, the kind of the reaction you're getting from that audience, because they're so far back.
So
Normally
far back,
In a
yeah.
theatre, it's a little bit more... You
You
know,
feel
that's
you're in
true.
touch with them? Not the same way as smaller places.
Yeah, it's not like a theatre. It's quite strange for me. It's kind of, you know, it's two worlds colliding for me.
Yes.
But it's two of my passions.
Yeah.
And so it's a
Yeah.
perfect show
Yes.
for me.
Yes,
Ronnie, you'll
right.
have to get some tickets to go.
Yes,
and see you.
yes, yes.
That'd be nice. We'll all go.
Yes, yes, we'll all go.
Bag of Maltesers will be there. And you can see Mel and the Jesus Christ Superstar cast on tour from October the 1st in Glasgow, followed by Birmingham, Leeds, Newcastle, Cardiff, Nottingham, Manchester, London, and then Liverpool.
There
Heck
you
of a
go.
tour, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can make one of them, Ronnie. I'm sure. And you're going to stick around because you're going to give us some good news. An exclusive announcement.
I've got a little secret to tell.
Oh,
Right, Ultimate Beatles.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking up at RNLI thinking, what a lovely bunch of people you are. Anyway, the man behind this book, of course, this is the book. Ronnie.
Oh, yes,
Now,
right.
Nigel has put all these pictures together in this book. Have a quick flick through there.
Right.
What was your main incentive? What was the main goal then, Nigel, behind making this book?
Well, this was a personal project. I'm a photographer. Started for me back in 2005. I'd hang out at Torbay Lifeboat Estate a few days a week, and over the years, travelled around the country visiting more stations. In 2008, I became a volunteer on the crew at Torbay. And in 2010, the book was born, along with the publishers and the writer and the RNLI. And so I spent the last couple of years touring around, shooting, getting the breadth and depth of imagery for the book.
Yeah, well, I mean, they say, don't they? I mean, a picture paints 1,000 words, and I mean, you're there. When you look at those, aren't you, Ronnie? You're there.
Yes,
you're right
there,
in the
that's
action.
right.
I mean, let's have a look at something in particular. This one here, this storm. I mean, what's the story behind this? Where were you when you took this photo?
I'm in a little rib. It's called a Y boat. It's a little daughter vessel that's carried on the top of that lifeboat. This is Bucky Lifeboat, and we're a couple of miles out in a rather lumpy sea, hanging on.
Wow. And one of the first
This is one of the
shots.
first images that I did for the project, yep. And it's still one of the strongest for me because
Absolutely.
it sums up a sort of drama of a lifeboat rescue. You talk to casualties and they say they don't see anything at all, and a little flash of orange appears.
Now-
This shot, this is
Yeah,
a family. RNLI family is really important. These are the Bowers. This is a lifeboating dynasty. These are the Bowers of Torbay. Will and Ray are in the audience tonight. Will's on the left. Keith, who's a gold medal coxswain. Next to him, Marjorie, their mum. Colin, who's our lifeboat press officer. And Ray, who's also in the audience, is on the end. Marjorie's works for the fundraising guild. And fundraisers around the country raise over £140 million for the RNLI each year. And without them doing that, we couldn't put the boats to sea.
It's just a brilliant example of people power, it really is. I mean, there's endless, obviously, rescues that are depicted in this, and you've chosen this one to show us as well, Nigel.
Yes, yeah, this is one from Torbay Lifeboat. This is a couple of years ago. We'd received a mayday. We launched as quickly as we can. There were 2 divers in difficulty. Luke is here tonight.
One of the divers.
One of the divers,
Yes.
that's right, yeah. And they dived in normal conditions, and when they came up, it was thick fog, dense fog. We had difficulty locating them. I was looking after Luke, one of our doctors, one of our crew is a doctor. He attended to the other casualty. Luke was airlifted, and at that point I managed to grab the camera to shoot this. Sometimes the camera never comes out of the bag, and it's a fine balance trying to work out
Just
when to take an image and
that
when
shot,
not.
of course.
My role is a crewman first,
Yeah.
and then with a camera second.
And just a word then, what's it like to have your story then told in this book for you?
I mean, it's a day we'll never forget in all reality. Anna had lost consciousness underwater. I brought her up. People resuscitated her.
Yeah.
But we were so grateful when the lifeboat turned up. We heard it first, and then to have their resources and their skills to help us was absolutely fantastic. It was what we needed.
And how is Anna now then?
Anna's fine, I'm fine. We've both, sort of started to come to terms with what happened. I'm back in the water diving, been out recently, so diving's a great sport. It's a real pleasurable sport. These things are really rare, and it's one people should try and enjoy.
And just great to have everybody looking after you when you're down there.
Yeah, and we have to say, of course, Richard was the guy in the picture next door who did save you, didn't he, Luke?
Yeah, well...
Thanks, Richard, for coming around. Thanks to everybody, in fact.
Absolutely. Nigel's book, The Lifeboat Courage on Our Coasts, is published on the 30th of September. So, yes, once again, thank you to all the volunteers from the RNLI, you know, wherever you are across the UK. So, yeah, brilliant effort. Brilliant.
Now, Ronnie,
Yes.
we think you might love the next VT. Because it is a subject that's close to your heart. It's all about dogs, more specifically a Jack Russell called Eric. He's lovely.
Now, Mel, we know that you're allergic to dogs, so you might not like this. But do bear with us, because he's very cute, and he belongs to EastEnders Big Mo. What a great pair they are.
It's quite funny to have Big Mo on the one show, isn't it?
There we are.
Oh, Layla.
And you were watching that with interest, because you've had a Jack Russell.
Yes, we did have a Jack Russell. That I remember the evening quite clearly. We were off out to the theatre, and this little Jack Russell was in the garage on his own. Whether somebody had dumped him or anything, and we worried about him. We took him into the house, and somebody was in the house, and we came back after the show, went upstairs, and there he was sound asleep on Sophie, our little daughter's bed, and that was him
Well, you have to keep
forever.
him then.
Yes,
Wow,
yes,
that's a
yes.
good story.
And you've got a new rescue dog now that we met on Animal Crackers, your new show last week, which is all about us Britain's obsession, really, with pets.
Yes, that's right.
And you're having a bit of trouble, you were saying,
We are
with Baz.
having, Anne's not having any trouble at all. He adores Anne. Every move she makes, every little whimper, you know, he picks up on. But he doesn't hate me as long as Anne's about.
Let's have a little look at Baz.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Process is that Anne does the calling, you do the treating.
Yes.
Come on, my lovely. Yes, yes, yes. Here's a treat. Treat, treat.
Yes.
Treat, treat. Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Very good.
Treat, treat.
That's it, excellent. Okay,
Very
and Ron, if
good.
you throw him a treat. Lovely.
Very
Perfect. Let's just try that once more. Just
Come on,
wait,
my
that's
lovely.
it,
Oh,
excellent.
my
So he's on his way
lovely,
back.
lovely, lovely. Look,
Nearly.
You look well suited. You look well suited.
Oh, yes.
I think you do, yeah.
Yes. She
You
was very good that day, yeah. She got more out of him than...
Get Matt over, he'll be cheaper probably. He's like a dog whisperer. Very
Oh,
good with dogs.
I'll help you out.
You're right,
Give you
you're
a
right.
little tip.
He'd obviously been abused by a male
Yeah.
with a big brush,
he's
because he
quite-
hates brushes
Does he?
and he hates... And I'm enough male for him to hate me. So
It's that testosterone. Oh, yeah, anyway.
yeah.
So Ronnie's Animal Crackers continues, as Alex was saying, Fridays at 7:30, BBC One, just after one show.
Yeah, straight after us. Now to 4 musical heroes now, the Beatles, and 2 fans who have been reunited after 40 years.
Gloria Hunniford goes on the trail of a tape-recorded message from 2 young fans of the Fab Four, I wonder who they could have been, that turned up at a car boot sale in Great Yarmouth. And the girls are in. Thank you both very much. What a heartwarming story.
So nice. And the husbands are also here, but they're hiding right behind somewhere over there. They're too embarrassed to be on camera. But anyway, lovely that the 4 of them are back together. Great.
Excellent.
Now, we promised you a Mel C special announcement.
This is big news, this.
It's huge news. Basically, Mel's having a big birthday next year, and you're going to celebrate in style, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to do a one-off show at the Shepherd's Bush Empire on Saturday, the 11th of January, celebrating Sporty turning 40.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So you're doing a big shout-out to say come along and join us.
Yeah,
please.
absolutely. Tickets go on sale on Friday. And I'm going to do loads of songs for my solo work, and I'm going to get some friends to come and join me, and we're just going to have a big party with great music and loads of fun.
And will those friends potentially be part of the Spice Girls?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be putting the invite out to a lot of people
Right.
I've worked with over the years.
Oh, and Matt Cardle.
And Matt
Will he
may
be there? Oh,
yeah,
I like
hopefully.
Matt Cardle.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
fingers crossed we'll have a good bunch.
Quite
And is the Shepherd's Bush Empire still quite a looking
Yeah, it's
theatre?
a great venue. It's
Oh,
my
right.
favourite. In fact, it was my #1 choice, and I was lucky enough to get it.
Oh, my God.
So this is lovely, because every time we go into a film, you associate every place in the country with a theatre. I mean,
Yeah.
when we were there in the Great Yarmouth thing, you were saying,
That's-
which theatre is that?
That's right. Well, of course, Shepherd's Bush Empire, I did with Eamon Andrews when I did the children's show Crackerjack.
Yeah.
And then the Frost Report was done live from the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
right.
Live every week, yeah.
That's what's amazing. When you play all these venues, the people have graced those stages.
Yes, that's
you know, there's
right.
so much history in theatre. It's
Yeah, that's right.
Good, right.
All right.
Well, as you were saying, tickets for Mel's special, amazing 40 is 40 concert.
40's 40.
Yeah, they're going to be on sale from Friday.
From Friday, yes.
And one night.
One night only.
Well,
Okay. So all programme, we've been asking you to vote for your favourite Two Ronnies sketch. The votes are in, they have been counted and verified, and Matt can reveal...
Well, Ronnie, I can tell you, you are going to be absolutely delighted. Can you read that out for us?
Oh,
what does it say?
yes. Pub, 55%.
Landslide.
Go to the pub.
Let's all sit back and enjoy the magic. That
Oh,
is
right.
Two Ronnies. And the pub sketch.
Was that real beer there, Ronnie?
What, that?
Was that real beer you're
No,
drinking?
it's watered down.
Yeah,
Yes.
because otherwise you'd be in a
Oh,
right state,
absolutely,
wouldn't you, by the end?
No,
Brilliant.
Now, you were delighted that got you.
Yes, I love these.
Why did you like that one in particular?
Well, I like that we did several of that style in the pub.
Yeah.
With me putting and Ron suggesting unlikely solutions to what I was thinking for, and it just works as a very good device, really. You know.
It does work so well. Well, thanks to our guest this evening. Ronnie, good luck with Baz.
Thank you.
Hope he stops eating the papers. Get Matt over, that's what you need. Don't forget, the Two Ronnies spectacle is just about to start now on Gold.
And Mel, thank you as well for your company this evening. Good luck with Jesus Christ Superstar Arena Tour, which kicks off next Tuesday. It's the 1st of October in Glasgow, and of course your birthday due.
Yes, and just time left to say see you tomorrow when we'll be joined by Strictly's Len Goodman and Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Have a lovely evening.
Have a great night.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.